Nintendo is a company with a diverse amount of IPs, and have you ever wondered what would happen if they ever crossed over?
Choose your fighter!
Not like that. Or that. I'm talking about what if some characters were integrated into other games, like this.
Let's go!
Like, think about it. If Little Mac was suddenly dropped in the world of Splatoon, how would he adapt? But most importantly, what weapon would he use? That's what I want to find out. I want to make a dream kit for a few Nintendo characters that represents who they are in their home series. As an example, here's Link. He would get the Splatana Stamper because it's the most powerful sword and it represents the Master Sword. His sub would be the Splat Bomb to represent the iconic weapon that is, you know, the bomb. And finally, his special would be the Reef Slider, which would represent him riding into battle on Epona. But I won't be limiting myself to purely weapons, subs, or specials exclusively found in Splatoon 3, because I want to spice things up. So now that we got all that covered, let's just get into it. Also, this idea was inspired by a video by LED Games and Allsex, so check them out and leave them a sub. Anyway, first up we have Olimar, the captain of the Pikmin series. The way Pikmin games play out is that you have to command a legion of small plant-like creatures to do your bidding under a time limit. So I thought to myself, what weapon do you use a small legion of anything? And then it came to me. The Blob Lobber. With this weapon, you shoot about 5 bubbles with every throw, and when you keep swinging this weapon, you can get a lot of bubbles on screen, which could represent the little Pikmin attacking the enemies. For his sub, I decided to give Olimar Small Fry because it's literally just him throwing a Pikmin onto an enemy. And for his special, I chose to give Olimar the infamous Seeker Rush because this special allows you to throw an onslaught of self-sufficient bombs to target nearby players, essentially giving Olimar a full Pikmin kit. Next up, we have
Corrin!
Corrin is a young lad with dragon powers who was forced to side with one of 2 warring nations. He also yields the Yato Blade, which can alter its shape based on your choices, and one of these forms is a chainsaw. And there's actually a chainsaw-like weapon in Splatoon, which would be the Splatana Stamper. For his sub, I'd get really creative. I chose to give him the Fizzy Bomb because with this sub, you can choose to either throw it right away or charge it up for a stronger version, and this represents the choice Corrin had to make near the beginning of Fire Emblem Fates. Finally, his special is the Killer Whale from Splatoon 1. This represents his dragon powers. I never actually beat Fire Emblem Fates, but in Smash Bros he does this move which if you squint hard enough, it kinda looks like the Killer Whale. Sorta. Not really. And that's what Corrin would have. And for our next character, we have Rob to me would be a retro character, and you'd think I'd give him the obvious choice of NZAP, because it's an NES accessory, just like Rob is. But I chose to give him the Dual Squelchers. The reason behind this is because Rob is old and obsolete, and the Dual Squelchers are the only weapon to never make a return. Sure, there's the Dually Squelchers, but that's the upgraded version, kinda like how everybody forgot about the Wii U once the Switch released. For a sub, I chose to give him the Curling Bomb since they're round like his gyros, and in the hit game Gyromite, one of 2 games where I actually use Rob in, the goal is to defuse bombs, and the Curling Bomb is in fact a bomb. For a special, I'm giving Rob the Echolocator, because it's also a special that hasn't returned in any shape or form. Well, unless you consider Wave Break as an Echolocator substitute. Rob in Splatoon is meant to be this legacy character, to represent the origins of the series, just like he is the origin of Nintendo in the home console market. Finally, we have
Snake!
Yeah, I know, he isn't a Nintendo character, but making a dream kit for Snake is too easy! Anyway, Snake, a war veteran from the Metal Gear series, is known for using a multitude of weapons and explosives. Normally I'd give him a shooter because gun, but I chose to give him the scoped E-liter to fit with his From the Shadows type of gameplay, where you sneak around. This way he can eliminate foes undetected, and in case he is detected, I gave him a Burst Bomb so he can quickly eliminate any foes he comes across. Finally, I gave Snake Ink Strike, the ultimate explosion to represent the chaos that is war, and that would be Snake's dream kit. Or you know, we could give him Undercover Brella because he's a spy. And that's all the characters I have for today. Thanks again to LED Games and Allsegs for letting me steal this idea. And yeah.
Chimichanga, tanga, wanga, horchata.